Matt Delvecchio here, specializing in home care, downsizing in the senior living industry. Thank you for tuning in to Life Unrehearsed. Now, did you know that approximately 750,000 Canadians are living with Alzheimer's disease or another form of dementia? And by 2030, nearly 1 million people in Canada could live with dementia, which is a 51% increase from 2020, just a few years ago. Well, I'm glad there are several organizations supporting individuals with Alzheimer's and other dementia-related diseases, including the Alzheimer's Society of Montreal. And I'm grateful to have in studio with me Amelie Poirier, their communications and PR senior advisor. Amelie, welcome to Life Unrehearsed.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, thank you for coming on the show here on a Sunday, joining me in studio. Amelie, let's start with some of the challenges faced by caregivers who have a loved one with dementia or Alzheimer's.
Well, there might be many different challenges, but amongst the main challenges, we can see that caregivers often face emotional and physical stress due to the demanding nature of caregiving. They may experience isolation and loneliness as their social circles shrink. We can also think about the unpredictability of dementia that can be challenging, with symptoms like agitation, anxiety, and memory loss requiring constant adaptation. Of course, we cannot not talk about financial strain.
Right.
That is also common, as caregivers may need to reduce work hours or even leave their jobs to provide care. So caregivers really need to find balance in the imbalance brought by the disease. And I could also advise that it is also very important to remind them that the more they know about the disease, the more they feel empowered through their journey.
And that's so important, learning about the disease, because most of the time going into it, it's usually unexpected. It happens over time and perhaps grows over time. And there's no formal education. And thank goodness we have people like the Alzheimer's Society of Montreal, wonderful organizations to help us out to get that knowledge. So from your experience, Amelie, what would be some of the recommended tips for caregivers?
Well, of course, educate yourself about the disease to better understand and manage symptoms as they occur. Establish a routine to provide structure and reduce anxiety for both the caregiver and the person living with Alzheimer's or a related disorder. Also, and definitely seek for support, either from friends, family, or support groups to share the caregiving burden and to reduce feelings of isolation. Take care of your own health.
So important.
Very important. So you are ensuring yourself to get enough rest, exercise, and time for yourself only. Of course, seek for psychological support if you feel the need for it. Very important. And get a well-deserved respite by calling on services like activity centers, where caregivers can leave their loved ones, to qualified professionals with confidence.
I think that's an excellent idea. Give yourself some respite. There are activity centers out there, and start to inquire to give yourself a little bit of a break. Listening to Life Unrehearsed, Matt Delvecchio here, and I'm talking with Amelie Poirier from the Alzheimer's Society of Montreal. Now, the Society does so much work, so many resources, Amelie. Can you give us an idea of what type of support is available at the Alzheimer's Society of Montreal?
Yeah, of course. So we are offering a range of services, including support groups, as I was saying a little before, respite care, either in respite centers or in-home respite, and also counseling, all sorts of counseling services. We also provide educational resources and workshops to help caregivers better understand the disease and improve their caregiving skills.
Just on that point, because you mentioned caregiving skills, it's another thing. Most caregivers, vast majority of caregivers, weren't trained in the role of caregiver. You're kind of thrown into that role. And this is what I love about those resources. As a caregiver, you think you could do it all. We get the Superman and Superwoman syndrome, but hey, take advantage of some of the resources, because maybe there's ways that could help your loved one, but also yourself as well.
Definitely. And as a caregiver, you you never know what you're about to face. So it's important to better understand the disease, as I was saying before, so you empower yourself and you get really better prepared for what's happening in your life and in your loved one's life.
And you're also offering a bunch of activities, too, at the Alzheimer's Society of Montreal,
Yes, we
right?
do. Yes, we do. Activities for both caregivers and their loved ones, and allowing them to discover new activities together and build new connections outside of their caregiver care receiver relationship, too.
You're still relying on a lot of donations to support the wonderful resources and education programs and activities. So you're doing that throughout the year. I know the IG Wealth Management Walk for Alzheimer's is coming up in a couple of months. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Definitely. So this is one of our biggest events of the year, I should say. It's a nationwide event held annually to raise funds and awareness for dementia care and support. Participants can register as individual or teams and are, of course, encouraged to fundraise with their communities. In 2025, the event will be held at Parc en Grignon, so it's a brand new location. It's interesting to change the path that we're going through. It's going to be on Sunday, May 24th, 2025, and we are thrilled to welcome our walkers, whether they are longtime walkers or brand new ones. Again, this year we will have partners there to present their services, as well as Nautilus Plus to start the walk with energy and positivity.
It's great. Such a great cause, and that's Saturday, actually May 24th, right? The
Yes.
IG Management Wealth Walk for Alzheimer's. Emily, if our listeners want to find out about the walk, but more importantly, more information about the Alzheimer's Society of Montreal, where do we go?
Sure. So you can always find information on our website, alzheimermontreal.ca, and also contact us directly at 514-369-0800, or also by email, because many people really like to rely on emails. So it's info@alzheimermontreal.ca.
All right, that's excellent and wonderful website, by the way. Tons of information. That's alzheimermontreal.ca. Thank you very much, Amelie.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, that's Amelie Poirier, Communications and PR Senior Advisor of the Alzheimer's Society of Montreal.